Mr. McLean from UK. It's here with us, and it's a great pleasure and a great honor to have you here, Bitty.
Thank you for having me.
As I was saying to you and to the people who just 1 minute before, I was saying that you are the sweetest voice in reggae music. Yeah, and how comes that you love reggae music and you love particularly the old classical foundation vibes?
It's really from as a childhood. My dad used to have a sound system when I was a young child, so I was introduced to Jamaican music in particular from very early in my childhood. You know, my dad would be sorting through his records before he went to play that night. So it's like we were always around music in the McLean household, and I was spoiled like most reggae listeners at that time because we had the greatest Jamaican artists: Alton Ellis, Delroy Wilson, Jackie Edwards. You know, the list goes on. You know, all the artists of that period were the best Jamaica had to offer. So you know, that's kind of stuck with me. That kind of, we call it Jamaican soul, really. You know, it's Jamaican music, but the vocals and the melodies are very soulful. So Jamaican soul, you know, that's my
working as an engineer. For UB40.
Yeah.
And then how comes that? Yeah, because you have been working a long time.
Yeah.
How many years?
From the age of 18. From the age of 18, so we're going back like 1990. So 19 years, nearly 20 years.
20 years for them.
Yeah.
And how comes that a good engineer starts to be a very good singer?
Singing was incidental. You know, I just used to mess around on my dad's sound system.
Yeah.
And then on different sounds around Birmingham, we had sounds like Wasif, Now Generation. And I used to go around sounds and sing all the time. But that was it was fun, really. It wasn't really a career option in that sense. But I went to college to learn engineering, and from college I went on to be an assistant at UB40 studio. And to be in a top quality studio, I had the access to start doing my demos and working on my ideas. So that really was the turning point to kind of get serious with my singing. You know, 1989, 1990. You know, having worked with UB40 in their studio.
Then let's say the big thing, you know, because you had a couple of tunes.
Yeah.
But
back here.
really, the big thing is the link up with the packings for the which was the name on Bond Street.
Yeah,
which was a great thing.
Yeah, that was kind of like a rebirth for Bitty McLean. I mean, back in 1993, my biggest selling singles was "It Keeps Raining," which is a Fats Domino hit dedicated to the one I love, Here I Stand. So early 90s was really the breaking ground. And my career was broken on an international level from day one, so to speak. And then it was kind of a break from the music scene for a good 4 or 5 years. I went back to do production work. You know, with artists overseas, Lloyd Brown in the UK. And then 2003. I began working on Bond Street, and it was again kind of incidental, a conversation with one of the Peckins brothers, and they had license to release Treasure Isle music, and I had the concept of singing new songs on old rhythm tracks, and the fact that Treasure Isle had never been touched, you know, no one had ever sang or re-renditioned Treasure Isle rhythm tracks, was kind of a key to the whole success of the album, I think. You know, there were new versions of rocksteady classics which no one had heard for a very long time. People are very familiar with Studio One, but Treasure Isle is still kind of rare in the ears of many reggae lovers. So, and it was a great thing. No one knew what to expect once the record was released. But I think because it was so different from everything that is out there at the moment, it kind of stood out by itself in that sense. You know, that what's this? It's old, but it's new. It's new, but it's old. Which really captured the imagination of people from the world. What you might as well say that all over the world, from Jamaica to America, Canada, here in Europe, Italy, Germany. You know, the list is endless of the places I've been where people really relate, not just to me as an artist, Bitty McLean as a singer, but to the music of that era, the rocksteady, the ska mood of that particular time. And it's been a really good success.
Yeah, definitely,
Success story.
But now, Bitty, you are dealing with a new project.
Yes.
We were talking before. having some great Italian food together.
I'm going to stay for another 2 weeks.
We were talking about this new project.
Yes.
You are working with the best you can have as a producers into reggae music, which is Sly and Robbie.
Yes.
And the new project is out already in Japan.
Yes, yes.
And will be out in Europe in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Yes. Can you say something about this project? The name of the project.
Moving On is the name of the project.
And where are you moving on? I mean, where are you going?
Just moving forward, as opposed to standing still. I mean, with my career, I don't think I've ever been in a comfort zone with music. I always want to be a better writer, a better performer. So I never really sit back just because I've had success. On Bond Street was a great success for me, but I've had bigger success back in the 90s. So, and I've still never felt like I have to sit back and just float through music. I can put out anything and people will buy my records. So, Moving On is really a statement to really say that as an artist, we're moving to another level. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be better, but it's definitely, we're moving forward. You know, like I say, as opposed to just being in a comfort zone and just doing the same old thing again. Yes, let's make another rock steady album with some new songs on top. So it's kind of gone a step forward. We're in the rubber-dub era now of the 80s. There's some of Sly and Robbie's classic 80s rhythms on the album, as well as some brand new recordings as well. So just another step forward. Not moving too far too quickly, but a progression. As Bitty McLean as an artist, a definite progression. You know, and having Sly and Robbie as the backdrop of the album in terms of the rhythms is, what can I say, it's a definite bonus. Yeah, for real, definitely.
And Bitty, le ho chiesto adesso invece dopo tutte queste belle confidenze, straight man, write this on you, scrivetelo sui vostri block notes perché Bitty McLean is back with a new album. Is there something that you want to say to your Italian fans?
I probably only got a couple, but you know, I just like to say, not even as Bitty McLean fans, but the fans of reggae music, I'd like to say thank you, because as a independent-based music form, you know, we thank the DJs, the sound systems, the people who go out and buy the music, you know, the people who buy the tickets to support the artist. So the whole thing, you know, it's not really just about Bitty McLean fans. You know, it's about the reggae music fans and the people who are discovering reggae music every day. You know, people might turn on the radio, or their friends might say, check this artist out. So the future reggae fans, as well as those that have been with the music for many years, supporting the music. Enough respect. You know, enough respect.
Davvero. Bitty, thanks for being with us. People is waiting for you, and
time to work.
It's gonna be very hot tonight.
Yes, man. Enough respect.
Bitty McLean.
Thank you. Enough respect.